I'm Krueger, the sweetest psychopath you'll ever meet, and welcome back to my channel. I'm gonna start off on my fishy side first. So I already did my eyebrows. I used Anastasia, of course. To sort of start this, I am gonna go into these two colors to start off my fishy side. I start by going into these two deeper brown shades on top. So at work the other day, this older lady walks up and she has like a little bandage on her nose, and she's asking me if I can cover up something for her. So me in my head, I'm thinking like, okay, this lady's got a blemish. She wants me to cover. And I was like, yeah, sure. Like, what do you need me to cover? And I swear this was one of the most disgusting things I've ever had to do in my makeup artist life. She takes the band-aid off her nose, and this bitch has like a hole in her nose, a gross meaty hole that not only was a giant hole like in the middle of her nose going all the way in, but there was a ton of tiny holes inside the big hole. And I tried to be as professional and polite as I possibly could, but when I saw that, I was like, girl, you need a doctor and not makeup. But she kept on insisting that I covered it, and I was like, ugh, bitch, I really don't want to touch your face. In my head, that giant hole is there, all the little holes are in the middle of it, and I'm thinking a little maggot or something's gonna pop its head out and look at me, and ugh, it was pretty fucking gross. So I grabbed some makeup and some primers and stuff, and I kept telling her, it's not gonna fill up the hole, because seriously, she had like a gap in her nose, like she could like stick something in there, like it was deep. And she kept on insisting, so I'm with a Q-tip as far as I can, putting makeup and primer, tapping it all over her nose, and then she looks at it and sees that instead of a gross meaty hole, it's a flesh toned hole with little holes. And she was blowing up, saying that she was so mad. She's like, why this didn't cover and blah, blah. Like it's my fault. Like, bitch, I don't know what you want me to, like, maybe I could stuff some tissue in there first and build enough makeup over to create a better surface. But I was like, lady, first of all, I'm trying not to throw up on your face, because that was disgusting. Like, no tea, no shade if it's a medical condition or what, but it was just, yeah, it was gross. Afterwards, I asked other girls around me, like, what would they have done in that situation, and all of them were like, I would have told her, get the hell out. Like, I would have said no straight up, I'm not touching that. And I was like, wow, I felt like I would have been rude, or like had someone complain about me for not, or had someone complain that I like refused service, but it would have been for my genuine safety. Now what I am noticing as I'm dipping in, there is kind of a bit of a kick up, but nothing too bad, kind of like what you get out of the Anastasia palettes. So I'm mad. I know on the crazier side of the palette, those colors are more of like pressed pigments. So when you use a pressed pigment, the best way to use it is to tap it to apply and then start blending it out. If you like dip into and start blending it out right away, like it could not work out or swatch really, really weird. To be quite honest, I don't feel like this black is moving as I'm trying to apply it. I always apply it light-handed and very soft, and as you can see, I'm like blending back and forth, and it's not moving or blending out. So I'm gonna go into the brown shade next to it and try to use that to help blend it out, because I don't like the way that's looking at all. I'm gonna go in with a smaller brush. It's looking a little better. I really hate the way the black looks. I feel like I can still see it hardcore. So for me, that's not working out too well. It like honestly just looks like a black streak that didn't move, and I'm really unhappy about that, because I feel like it kind of ruined this eye. So let's just let's add red on it. and that black still won't move. Everything else I put on top of it is moving, but the black itself is not moving. And no, it's not laying on top of any glue or anything else. Like, that's my eye. All the glue and stuff is like right up in this area, and it blended out perfectly on top of that. And by glue, if you're new here and don't know how drag queens do makeup, I have my real eyebrows glued down and have these new ones drawn on. So I finished up with some liner. I did use the Tarte Gel Pot liners to create this, and I did kind of lay down some of the black shadow on top of it, and it looked okay. I actually started off by just doing the shape of the liner first, and I tried to fill it in with the shadow, but it was kind of just giving me like a grayish look, even though I was like packing it on, and of course I wasn't liking that. So I filled it in with the gel liner, and I did set it with the shadow, so of course it looks black and set. Looks really cool. But for the most part, the only complaint right now I'm having is the black shadow does not work out for me. I've already set this eye with a solid white from the palette. So I'm going to start with the two green colors. I've been dying to try these ones out. I'm definitely going to be using the pinks, this blue, and that yellow. So I'm going to just probably start off with yellow and then go from there. I start blending this up into it. Another crazy makeup story for a different makeup company, and this woman came in and asked me to do her makeup, and she had been like a known person in the store already. Her and her weird little wormy looking friend would always steal all the high-end shit, just be around the store. And one time they told me I was going to do someone's makeup, and she happened to be sitting in the chair. I don't know what the hell she was doing, because I'm like, hey, am I doing your makeup today? So I'm like, oh, hey, you're getting your makeup done today? And she's like, yeah, I have a date. So I was like, cool. So we started doing her makeup, and this girl was out of it. She was, just for the record, because it goes with the story, she was a trans woman. And she started telling me about her date, and apparently her date was with El Chapo, who is, if you don't know, a known like drug lord who escapes in and out of prison and whatnot. But she was telling me that she met him on a subway train in California. She said that the night before she was just hanging around California, she spoke with the devil, and that he told her that she was going to be the next one to rule the world, because Baphomet has both male and female stuff, both female and male crap, I guess. So in the photo of Baphomet, he has breasts and he has a penis, and he was telling her that a transsexual is going to be the next goddess or royalty to rule the world, and she needed a man who was just as powerful to run the world with her. So she said later on that night, she was on a subway train or some shit, traveling somewhere in California, and she was smoking crack, legit her words, smoking crack, and that she ran into El Chapo, but he doesn't look like we think we know. But he doesn't look like how they show him on the news. That's just a double. He's actually a young, handsome Hispanic man, which I'm like, okay, girl, paint your fantasy however you want it. And they met, and they just hooked up and went to an abandoned house to smoke crack together. And that was their little excursion. And she said he was just really sweet and nice, and he asked her out on a date so they could help run their drug lord ring together and start to take over the world. And the whole time I'm really intrigued in what she's saying. I'm just like, tell me more, please. So as she's just going on with her story, I added some of the dark blue up here. Like, she's legit. I'm dipping into this like little plum shade to add into the pink. So as she's going on and on about this whole date she's getting ready for with El Chapo so she could rule the world, and she said she'd spare me because I could do her makeup while she sits on her throne and becomes a new Satan or whatnot. And I was like, I'm down. And they're pretty. Yeah, she was going into detail about everything that was supposedly happening with her and El Chapo. And then I had finished up doing her makeup. And as I was putting some stuff away and I asked her what she was going to need, I went to go grab some items for her, and I came back and the bitch ran out. She dipped out before she had to pay, which honestly I didn't care. Her story was a payment enough. I was just kind of like, what the fuck, girl? After that, I honestly never saw her again. Oh, what the fuck? Honestly, after that, though, I did never see her again. Maybe her and El Chapo were living up in the woods somewhere. You know, being fabulous and doing drugs. I don't know. Whatever they do. Purple's bitchin'. Ooh, girl, that is pigmented. I honestly want to say, so far, that this is one of the best yellow shadows I've ever used. Look at that. Like, it's yellow, bitch. It's not patchy. It's not patchy. It's not, like, barely there. Like, it's there. Oh, bitch, I am excited for this. This makes up for the black being a piece of shit. And like I said, maybe it's just the way I used it. Maybe I just suck with black shadow because I hate using black shadow. But bitch, that is cute. I'm gonna bring the purple shade here up here because I feel like it looks really disconnected. So, and I really want to use that lime green shade more. So I'm gonna pack that on right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and add lashes, finish up the mug, add a lip, and we'll get back to talk about this palette. And this is the finished look. I went ahead and did a kind of neutral, kind of everyday side, and then I went to a more kind of fun, crazy, more Terry Krueger side. So the palette does retail for $39 on Morphe.com and Ulta, and this is the big ass bitch right here. The palette is fucking huge. Like, it doesn't even fit both of us in the frame. Way bigger than I expected. Although I don't know too much about James Charles, I did want to support another queer boy in makeup, because we all gotta come up sometime, honey. The palette is right here. I am one greasy motherfucking Mexican, so I am sorry, but there is stains all over this fucking palette because of my hands. It seems it's kind of a matte, and I like that it's not the cheap ass plastic that most of the Morphe palettes are. It is like a very expensive, luxurious cardboard. On the inside, it does say "Unleash Your Inner Artist." And here are all colors. Because this has so much variety, that's why I decided to kind of do a two-faced type of look with this. I had explained it the other day that like they liked that the shades right here were bigger, the pans were bigger, and what separated like the neutral shades to the fun shades. And I do like that idea, which is really cute. I did use as many colors as I could in this palette. Obviously, I did use like these two brown shades right here to do this eyebrow. I did use the black to do this eyebrow, along with the Anastasia pomades. If you're curious, this is Vain from NARS on my lip, and this is Somebody to Love, also from NARS. And I did use Lash Splash Classic Horror, the Mummy lashes for the pretty side, and I did use Lash & Co. Theatrical Orange lashes. All my thoughts on the palette is I really fucking love this thing. If you are not a fan of James Charles, bitch, suck it up and buy this thing, because this is fucking life. When I do go to DragCon in May again, this is probably like, if not the only one of the palettes I'm definitely taking, because there's so much variety in here. And I've learned my last two experiences going to DragCon is to fucking pack a light, because packing up to go home at the end is not fun. This yellow has honestly got to be the most pigmented yellow I've ever used when it comes to eyeshadows. It beats all the others I've ever used. I'm not sorry, just to be honest with you. The only complaint I did have is the black. It personally didn't work for me. I did apply it, and every time I tried to blend it out, it did not move. I just kind of tried to pile more brown and red on it to kind of blend it out, and you can kind of tell that the black still did not move, so I just kind of covered the majority of it with eyeliner. In case someone doesn't get what's going on, yes, my eyebrows are uneven because this is my fishy eyebrow, this is my cunt eyebrow. So, eat it, bitch. Never really did it knowingly, but on my, if you've noticed my tattoos, these are all my beauty queens, even though they're horror related. These are all my beauty queen tattoos I have on this side, except for this pussy right here. These are all my gorgeous little monster beauty queen tattoos, and on this side is all my like my monsters. So I did pretty and monstrous. Here's my little, oh, I'm going to work face, and then boom, bitch, let's go party face. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the look, and hopefully you guys enjoyed me. So please hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe. And until the next time, I'll see you ghouls later.